Hey guys, welcome back. Last episode we pulled everything out of the back end of the car. This episode, I'm still waiting on my welder, so we can't start any of the mods that we're gonna plan on doing to the chassis. But I'm gonna pull the rear cover off. Actually, I've already pulled it off of the rear axle and drain the fluid as much as I can out of it. And I'm gonna pull the axles and get the rest of the brakes, the drum brake stuff off, and we're gonna go ahead and test fit our Wilwoods on the back of this. So make sure there's no brake line stuff I need to order, so I can get that stuff on order and get it coming. So with that, we're gonna dive in here. Like I said, I've already pulled the cover off. Let's get these C-clips out, or these C-clips out, and get this axles pulled out. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I got the back cover off. I drained it already as much as possible. There's a bolt here on the gear carrier. This is an open diff, so there's no posi in the middle of this. So I'll pull this bolt out. That's a keeper for this center pin. So go ahead and set this aside. I'm going to rotate the whole carrier down. We're going to slide the center pin out. Try not to drop the gear. It's locked in there pretty good. Pull this whole center pin out all the way. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so we're actually gonna push this axle in a little bit. You can see our C-clip right there. Go ahead and slide that C-clip out. There's one. We'll do the same on the other side. Go ahead and push this axle in just a little bit. Take that C-clip out. Round two. Okay, and now we can just go ahead and slide the axle out. Grab a rag. Try to make sure we don't mess up our seal. There she is. Do the same on the other side, and we'll go ahead and pull these plates off. Okay, now we can get these plates off. There's 4 bolts. And like I said, going back to Wilwood for our rears, except for these. Let's get these out of here. These are 4 piston calipers. So, got their Dynalite 4 piston calipers for the rear. And then this one also has, these are my parking brake assemblies. So these 4 bolts in the middle here bolt right onto the axle. It's got our mounting location for our caliper, and it's our parking brake assembly. So let's get this bolted on and temped up there. Okay, so this system utilizes the factory hardware. We're going to go ahead and replace this when we go do this on the final, but for now we'll just go ahead and reuse this hardware. Like I said, we're just temporarily mounting this on there to try to make sure that our brake lines are going to work. Not going to need anything extra, but in the next few episodes. I'm sure we're going to be cleaning this up, getting this ready to paint. We also got underneath to do, so let's get this mocked up there and see how they look.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, got that on there. Like I said, we're just temping this up just to see what kind of flares or modifications we're gonna have to do. So shouldn't have to do too much. Maybe just the different connection on here. But anyways, it's nice to see something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide our axle back in. Probably not going to put the C-clip back in it. Slide our axle back in, and then we'll put our rotor on, and we can go ahead and put our caliper on.
Perfect, perfect, perfect,
Okay, so same as the front. It's a 12.19 inch rotor, drilled and slotted. Obviously, this probably isn't, yeah, this is the right side. This is drilled just like the front for multiple bolt patterns. Not sure exactly which ones this is drilled for, but this is drilled for our 12.65, or sorry, 120.65. So go ahead and put this on and get our caliper on. Now they do send these hub-centric rings. It's made to go on the axle before you put the rotor on. I'm not going to open this bag because I'll probably lose them. But when we go to install these permanently, we'll put these on. So let's get our caliper bolts and put our caliper on. And that's what she's gonna look like. Pretty big. So, pretty excited. Like I said, just wanted to kind of do this real quick to, I don't know, check it out, give me some more motivation, get this thing done. So, with that, we're gonna yank this thing back apart, put our axles back in, and move this thing out of the way for a little bit. And probably start working underneath the car again. So I'm gonna end up wire wheeling it, pulling all the old brake lines off here. I did get all new brake lines, like I said, from a company called Inline Tube out of Michigan. Should be stainless all the way from the front crossover down the rail to the back and across the back axle. So we're gonna go ahead and just replace it all and be done with it. So with that, I think we're gonna end it here. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and yeah, well, there should be in the next episode. We'll see if we get on doing that or if we get on something else. So there's always some more trouble to get into. So like I said, like, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and thanks for keep coming back and seeing the transformation of this car. So we'll see you guys down the road.